Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm your host, Enthros Campbell. Now, today we join Jamaica in observing Child Month, and our very special guest is 11-year-old Johnathan Dixon, a young author. Johnathan, welcome to the program. So good to have you.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here.
All right, let's start with some facts about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you said, my name is Johnathan Dixon. I wrote my first book of short stories at age 10 over the 2018 summer.
What are your hobbies? What school do you attend?
I attend Meadowbrook Preparatory School, and I enjoy reading, writing, playing on my tablet.
Right. So that book was launched recently, yes? Let's take a look now at the launch.
Johnathan Dixon is an 11-year-old Christian. Johnathan is an avid reader who began reading from the age of 4. Johnathan aspires to become an author and a television producer.
There's one third point that I would like to mention. The Lord. He gave me the gift of writing, and I just want to thank Him. This token I would like to present to Miss Hewitt for being the inspiration for myself as a river.
I want to say congratulations to Johnathan. I'm proud of him, and it's a big step that he has made, and I know I'm going to be reading about him in the future. Johnathan, at the beginning, he's a thinker, but he used to write just short passages, and so after taking the class through the writing process, his writing developed, and so it got better and better, and so I encourage him to continue to write.
Well, I'm supporting him because he's been my friend from I came to the school, and we've both been looking out for each other. So I'm happy that he's published his book and that he can move on in life.
I am awesomely proud of Johnathan this morning. The school is 100% behind him. We have been supporting him. We have been journeying with him, and we are so very proud of him this morning.
I am elated. Can I say speechless? And the feedback from families, friends, church members, it has been amazing. I'm super proud of Johnathan.
Interesting. I am so proud of you, Johnathan.
Thank you.
So talk to me a little bit about the book now. You want to first read a portion of it for us, and then we talk about the book.
Myself as a river. My name is Duns River. I am located in St. Anne. My source is the Dry Harbor Mountain in St. Anne. I have a waterfall near my mouth. It is called Duns River Falls. I am used for recreation. My falls attracts many visitors each year. One day a family came to visit me. They were crossing over a bridge that was hanging very low over me. My current was very strong that day, and a wave higher than the bridge threw their daughter into me. She hit her head on some rocks after going over the falls. After waiting patiently for the lifeguards to arrive, their son jumped into me and swam after his sister. He soon caught up with her, and while fighting the strong current and avoiding all of the jagged, sharp rocks, he pulled his unconscious sister back to my bank. Later, lifeguards attended to her, and the young man was awarded a Medal of Honor for his selfless deed. It was a day to remember.
Good. So what inspired you to write this book? This story, this first story?
See, my grade 4 teacher, Miss Hewitt, gave me an essay to do, and after seeing it, she said, "Wow, you should publish it in the children's zone." Then I spoke to my father, and he said, if I wrote 4 more short stories, he would make a book out of it, and here it is.
So did you actually publish it in the Children's Zone?
No,
You didn't?
no.
Right. But now your book is here. What is it that from this book that you think young people, children like yourself, can learn?
You see the incident that happened in the book where
Yes.
the little girl fell into the water?
Yes.
Sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands, even if it seems scary, like the boy did.
Which is your favorite story of all the stories in this book? Which one is your favorite?
The Butterfly Princess.
Her name is Bolivia, and there are some other interesting names of your characters in the book. Tell
Very
me.
unique names.
Yes. How do you go about choosing the names for your characters?
Well, some of them I looked up, some of them I just thought of them out of my head. Like, for example, Bolivia is the name of a country and a flower.
Yes, yes. So we're talking to young author Johnathan Dixon, and there's much more to come. But stay with us. We take a break now, and we hear more about his performance as an honor roll student and how he mixes that with his studies.
Protect Jamaica, plant your grass. Help us become more resilient to climate change impacts. Protect Jamaica, plant a tree. It improves the island's national biodiversity. Trees may be fruit, ornamental, or timber, but must be native or suitable to the area's natural landscape. Join the Jamaica Million Tree Campaign and help to plant 1 million trees by June 30, 2019. This is a call to action by the National Environment and Planning Agency.
I supported Johnathan's book launch because we're all schoolmates and we should be supporting each other.
Because at a tender age and he did this, it is very encouraging.
Johnathan, I am very proud of you.
Thank you.
I know that Johnathan will become something special, but not a writer, because at first the writing I used to complain a lot that you need to write more or take it serious and stuff, so I never used to bring anything to me. Out of the blues, he said, "Daddy, I have a story for you to listen to." So I said, "All right, go ahead." Of course, when I heard it, I said, "Come here, boy," and I kissed him because I said, "This is good." When he went to school, the grade 4 teacher said the same thing, but this time publish it in the Children's Own, and I'm like, "No, if you're that good, you need to write a book. Do more stories, and the rest is history."
My desire, continued success, and for us to just support him in all that he wants to do. So we'll always be beside him.
Well, first thing is a book every year. That's the first thing. I hope that when he reaches 20, he will just keep writing and don't have to work for anybody. I know he's a TV producer in his heart, so that too.
It was great. A lot of people came out and a lot of people got books. Thanks to everyone out there who bought myself as a river copy. I'm working on my signature, but it's okay.
Welcome back to Get the Facts. We continue our conversation with the young author Johnathan Dixon. So Johnathan, you're an honor roll student. Tell us what that means. How do you get to be an honor roll student?
See, if you have to have a high average over 95, I think it was 95%
On each subject?
on each. No, the average of all the grades.
Oh, okay, right. So tell me, so that's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So how do you balance writing with maintaining this honor roll position?
See, the thing is, I wrote the book over the summer, the holidays, besides myself as a river, of course.
Tell me about the story about your trip to the Antarctica.
See, so during the summer holiday, we went overseas to Florida. We visited SeaWorld, and there was this exhibit there with like Antarctica that has to do with Antarctica, and We saw live penguins. So that inspired me to write about a young girl named Piper going on a trip to Antarctica.
Yes, yes. Let's hear a little bit of that.
One chilly afternoon in a wooden cabin in Canada, a girl named Piper, her dad, and her pet wolf were at home. She loves the frosty weather and always wondered if anywhere else on Earth is possibly colder than Canada. One day, her cousin Luke invited them to visit him in Antarctica, which he says is the coldest place on Earth. They immediately accepted the invitation and booked their flights to the bottom of the Earth. The day finally came, and they embarked on the long journey, arriving late in the afternoon. As they made it to the igloo, his Aunt Sandy greeted them warmly. Soon she told Piper the bad news that her cousin Luke had lost his pet seal Will during sledding. Later that evening, Piper saw Luke pacing around the house, distraught. So she offered to help him search for his beloved pet.
So you want to become an author? Why?
Because there's this feeling that I get from writing, this feeling that if I write certain messages in the stories, people will get the message and they'll help to do the Lord's work.
Yes. So if a child who is watching now and wants to become an author, what do you think she needs to be able to, what? She needs to read a lot? She needs to write a lot? What would be your tip?
My tip is to read a lot and write a lot.
Read a lot. Good. Okay. It is Child Month, May's Child Month. Tell me, what would be your wish, your desire for Jamaican children?
Keep studying hard and never give up.
This has been Get the Facts. Our special guest, our very special guest, was Johnathan Dixon, a young author. He's recently launched his first book titled Myself as a River and Other Stories. Please get a copy today. I'm Rose Campbell, reminding you to encourage, enable, and include our children always.
If I can do it, so can you.